online training. So for this particular style now, I've already cut the base, but in total I make use of 4.5 pieces of ashoke. You can just make it 5, because after cutting everything I need, I have about 43 inches left out of 5 pieces of ashoke. So that means let's just say 4.5 pieces of ashoke. But if your ashoke is of long length, say of length 90 inches or thereabout, then you can go with 4 pieces of ashoke. So I've already done my base. You can see this is my base. I've fixed the plaster. Then after that, I've cut out my undo as usual. It's 16 inches for my undo. Yeah, okay, I make it 15 here because I'm trying to manage the fabric. But you can either make it 15 or 16 inches. Don't make it less than this so that you won't have a shorter hand when you want to tie. So after that, I cut this. Let me take the measurement for you so you all can see what I have there. And this is 31. So initially I cut 32 inches. So I cut 32 inches 3 times, then I join it together and fold 1 inch. So it is after folding 1 edge that I have 31 inches left. So we cut that, set it aside. Then I have another one here also, which is also in 3 places. Let me take the measurement for you. Can you see? I cut 29 inches. So by the time I join the 3 together, that is 29 inches 3 places. So by the time I join the 3 together and fold 1 edge, I have 28 inches or thereabouts left. So let me repeat the measurements again. After cutting your base and your undo, what you need to cut is just 33 inches 3 times. That is 33 inches in length in 3 different places. You join it together and stitch 1 edge of it. Then cut another one of 29 inches 3 times and stitch 1 edge together as it is. So I'm just going to go ahead now and take my base and attach it to my dummy, and I'll come back to show you the next thing to do. Okay, now so I've fixed the base to my dummy. So I'm taking the shorter one, that is the one of 29 inches. It's going to be on my left. Okay, so it actually depends on where you want it to be. You can actually change it, making it to be on your right, but it's going to affect the design itself. That is, there's going to be an interchanging there. But for this one, and looking at the picture I sent to you, the shorter one of 29 inches is going to be on my left here. So I'm just going to leave about say 4 inches, 4 or 5 inches. I'm trying to manage the fabric. Okay, let me just leave say 3.5 inches here. Then, like I always say, this is my 3.5 inches. So you just move it like 1 inch away from the back of the hair here and pin it down. So I'm going to do all this all the way to somewhere around here. I'm going to pin it down. Then after pinning, I'm going to tack it. I'll come back to show you the next thing to do. Okay, so now I've tacked it to somewhere here. I just want to take the measurement for us. This is the middle. Can you see? Tracing it from here, from your nose here. This is the middle. So just middle like that. You can just take the measurement for you to know where to stop. Say like 2 inches or thereabouts away from the middle. That's where I stopped. So I've tacked everything. I've started my tacking from here to this place. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pleat everything. Then for this other side also, I'm going to take the longer part, that is the one of 33 inches. I'll do the same thing, leave 3.5 inches here. Then I'm going to tack it to about 2.5 inches away from the middle. I'll tack and I'll pleat everything. So after doing that, I'll come back to show you the next thing to do. Okay, now you can see that I've tacked this one and I've also formed the pleat here. You see, I have about 2 inches or 2.5 inches left at the middle here. So I'm just going to arrange the pleat now. I'll remove the clip from both sides. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be crossing it over like this. So you make sure that the 2 pleats align together before we cross. Can you see what I'm doing? You see, I just decided to turn this one. This is how it was before. So you just turn it like this, bring it to this other side. see what I have. And make sure it is at the middle. You see? So if you like, you can turn it again, but I'm just going to turn it just one time like that. So after turning, I'm going to use, you can use your needle to hold this side down like this. So I'm taking this one, I'm supposed to take it like this, just as it is now. You see the pleat, but instead of me going like this again, I'm coming like this. Because what I want to do is I want to try to form a fan, a rose here, a rose like fan, a fan rose thing at this other side here. So just take a look at what I'm doing. If you've been following my tutorial before, my training, you will know how to form this plates, this rose I'm about to form now. So I'm just going to take it like this. I need to turn my dummy so that I can get it very well. I just want to form a kind of fan, a rose. What's this other thing? Like this. Just trying to arrange the pleats here, and at the same time making sure that the rose you are trying to form is also forming. Okay, let me use that one, go like that. It's also forming. So just try to form a kind of a rose like something at this edge like that. Depends on where you want this your art to be. I want my own to be like this, and if you look at this, the rose itself is standing. Can you see? It's not laying like this, but it's standing. So I'm going to use my pin now, hold those, because I will need to tag this side. So I'm using my pin to hold it down together like that, so that I can really form how I want it to stand. I want it to stand like this. Okay, so what I'm just going to do now is I'm going to go ahead, after forming the rose, I'm just going to go ahead and tack it down so that it can actually stand this way. So just normal tacking, tack in a neat way and in such a way that it's not going to affect this rose that you've just done here. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to tack. You can see this is where my thread is. I'm just going to insert underneath from this pleat, insert all through, and make sure I tack in such a way that my rose is standing like this. So I'll come back to show you the next. Okay, now you can see I've done tacking and I've placed it exactly how I want it to be. So it depends on how you want your rose to stand. You can actually make your own in such a way that this arc here will be facing up or facing this side or this side. So whichever way you want it, you just make sure you tack it in such a way that your tacking will not alter the design you've done, and at the same time it's not going to be shaking or moving up and down. So we've done that already. So the next thing I'm going to do now is just remove my pin here and what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be forming a kind of pleat on this side. So for this one, you have to be careful on how to place it. Okay, I'm just trying to bring it up here. Okay, I'll use my pen to hold it down. So that is exactly how I want it to go. So I'm just going to be making a pleat here on top. Just replicate this pleat as it is on top of this. So I'm going to be taking the pleat all the way down like that. So let me quickly do that and I'll come back to show you the next thing to do. Okay, so now I noticed that for my pleat to conveniently stay on top of this one here, I will need to tack like 2 down like this. So that's what I want to do now, 2 pleats down, just to be able to close the gap that is here and for it to be able to stay conveniently on top of this. So I'm just going to insert my needle and tack this one down like that. Okay, just tack it down like that. So let me quickly tack it down like that and I'll come back to show you the next thing to do. Okay, now so you can see that I've tacked the first 2 pleats together. So you just place this one on it like that and form your pleats. So I'm just going to go ahead and pleat the remaining one till I get to the last part. Okay, so let me just do that. So you just arrange your pleats till you get to this last part. Alright, so I'm done pleating now. Can you see I've pleated everything together? So what is left for me now is to tack the pleats together. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to tack. Oh, sorry about that. I'm going to be tacking the pleats together. As you can see, they are not joined together, so you need to tack it together to join it together. So I'll just start my tacking from here. Let me just show you what I mean by joining it together. Can you see? So just take my needle, insert it upward into the pleat. I use my plier to bring the needle out like that. Because I want to join everything together like I said here. So I'm just going to go inside it like that, like this, till I get to the first 2 pleats of the one on top of it. But this time around I'm not going to come out from this side, I'm going to come out from the back like this. Now insert it back from there. You can try to extend it if you like, and extend it like this. Then I will take it all the way down into the pleats of the base. You see, so that way you join everything together. So I will just keep on doing that till I get to this last part. Okay, when I get to this place, there's something I need to show you, so I'll show you that when I get to this place. Okay, so now I've almost gotten to this edge here, so what I'm going to do now is from here I will locate where that point is. It's somewhere around this side. So I'm going to insert my needle like that so that it will come out from exactly here. Can you see where it's coming out from? Exactly that point. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I will now insert it into this place. I'm doing it just to be able to join all these pleats to the base, because I don't want my thread here to be showing. Though since I'm using the same matching thread with the ashoke, it might not actually show, but I just want to be sure. So when you get to that point, what I'm going to be doing now is this. I'm just going to be measuring 1.5 inches. So my old student, you should be able to do this even without me telling you what to do. So this 1.5 inches or 2 inches, maximum of 2 inches. You shouldn't pass 2 inches from this point here. Just measure. You shouldn't pass 2 inches. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to insert into the next place, but it's not coming out from here, just coming out from the back like that. So this point where I have my 2 inches, can you see? So my needle is coming out from there, and I'm going to arrange the remaining pleats before tacking. Arrange it very well. Arrange it exactly how you want it to be, like this. Cut off the excess and fix the handle. So I'm going to do that, and I'll come back to show you the next thing to do. Okay, so you can see I'm done fixing the hand for this side. So to fix the hand for this other side here, so what we are going to be doing is this. You don't want this to be falling off like this. So I'm going to start my tacking from here. I've already noted it. So you tack it from it. Same way, you're going to pick, say, 2 pleats. And pick this second one like this. And make sure your needle is coming out from the back. So I'm going to do the same thing when I get to this side. I will do exactly the same thing I did for this side. And I'll fix the handle. So I'll come back to show you the final step. Okay, now so I'm done with the rest. So what I'll be doing now is I'll tie it at the back before the final tacking. So let me tie it at the back. Okay, so this is it. I tie it at the back so as to know where else I need to tack there. So if you notice there's a place that is sagging, so you just tack it together. So I like the way it is now. What I need to do is I want to tack this, so you can see it's going a little bit like this. So I'll tack like this, just hold it together, tacking the whole of this one, holding it together like this, so that it will stay in place. So that's what I'm going to do now. So after doing that, after tacking, you can as well leave it like this if you tack it very well. But I noticed that after tacking, it's going like this. I don't like the way it is here, so that's why I'm going to re-tack. Just tack everything here, tack it to this one so that it can stay like this. So after that, I'm going to fix the handle, and I'll come back to show you the finished look. So what I want to say is you can actually leave this rose like this, or you can embellish it if you like. You can decide to stone it and put your pearl, or you leave it like this. So let me do that, and I'll come back to show you the finished look. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. Can you see the rose at the side and the pleats? So let me turn it to the back so you see what it looks like at the back. So can you see, this is it. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you have any question on this particular style, feel free to ask me, and I would love to see your own pictures to me practice it. Thank you very much. Bye.